Hello, Beard Boy Sharam here. Today we're going to be talking about how to talk to anybody, right? Okay, really important. There's going to be a quick video, so put it in your eyes, put it in your ears, or put it somewhere else. I don't know. It's up to you. Just make sure your mum would be okay with where you put this video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to talk to anyone, and when it comes to social skills, I'm a bit of a junkie for figuring this sort of stuff out. You know, it's been one of these things I've spent most of my life like naturally being a very social person, and then fucking life happened, and then suddenly you get really anxious and you lose all this innate ability. It's my belief that most people already have this ability. Not everyone, but most people have this natural innate ability to be social. You know, we're connected with people, right? So if you're watching this video and you want to learn how to talk to anyone, how to connect with anyone, you know, I've often on this channel talked about the idea of momentum. You know, we want to create momentum, but momentum starts from a deep inner momentum. Often it starts so slow we can't perceive it. But if you want to know how to talk to anyone, well, we have to start caring less about whether or not we get a response. You know, there's an idea out there, just as a parallel, that they say, what career would you have if money wasn't an issue? You know, because a question like that is often an entrepreneur's way of trying to inspire their audience. They're like, what career would you want to have if your money wasn't an issue? Because often money is an issue that blocks dreams from manifesting. But what would you say if you were never going to get a response? Now, most people would say, oh, why would I say anything? You know, because maybe we say things because we want validation or a response or something to happen. But if you start to realize that if you take away the response, because what's in the fear? What is the fear of the social interaction? It's often rejection, whether social, sexual, something. We might feel like we're not liked. It can bring up a lot of deep suppressed shit. So what would you do? What would you say if you've completely let go of the outcome? Now, some people might say, well, I wouldn't even try. But it's in us to try. We like to try. We like to say things. I bet you've walked down the street once and seen someone that you've just thought something funny and wanted to say that to them. Maybe in the grocery store. Maybe you're single and ready to mingle and there's just something you wanted to say. What we have to do is we have to let go of the outcome, but also importantly, let go of what possible outcomes might look like. Because it's our attachment. It's our attachment to this outcome that we choke so much. So it's like, for example, you are single, ready to mingle, you see someone cute, you want to say something to them. And maybe when you were younger you did and it went wrong. So suddenly we have this idea that things can go wrong, right? It can be in any social situation, but let's use this for an example. So things can go wrong and that is halting you. There is an attachment to the outcome that is holding you back. You know, we want a certain outcome to happen. So what do? We don't actually take any steps because it's safer where we are. Now, if we take off all the validation, say there was no validation you could get, no outcome, you're never going to get what you want, you might start saying stuff for the pure fun of it. Now, when you start saying stuff for the pure fun of it, then we gain inner momentum. We gain inner self-validation. And then when we are self-validating, it's easier for other people to validate us and even if they don't, it's okay. You start to share things because you want to. It's the difference between a musician trying to get you to like their music versus a musician that is passionate, loving, they are into their music. Now, the musician who's trying to get you to like them might spend a while learning to figure out what you like and it might get you there. But I would say that a musician who's just passionate, wanting to just create, might not appeal to everyone, but will really hellishly appeal to their select audience. So it's really important to consider that sometimes we don't want to appeal to everyone. And we're not going to appeal to everyone. But how you do appeal to everyone is by just being yourself, to express that self. And they say, well, how do you be yourself? What's the method? Pay attention. Pay attention to what attachments you have and actively decide right now to let go of the outcome of social interactions. What does that mean? Let go of what it looks like. Accept that if you say something, that their response as another human might be very fundamentally different to what you want or expect. And if you accept that, you accept them, they in turn will feel accepted and almost like magic will feel okay wanting to express back to you. Now, what I always find really interesting about this is when we create enough inner momentum, enough inner passion, enough inner growth, you then become a social person. It's not something you do, it is something you are. And that is always the goal when I'm working with people. That's always the goal of even myself. To become something you are, not something you do. So to create it from doing to being, right? And when you've truly gotten that level, you will know this because people will say, that's just you. Maybe you feel like you've created this. You've gone actively down this path. People will come to you and they will say, that's just you. You've always been this way. You're just a social person. You open people up. And you will know that there is a deep secret behind this, right? You will know that you've actually actively taken steps toward this, but that's mastery. Mastery is not just the destination, it's the journey. It's the opening ourselves up, opening our heart up to live situations. But at the same time, being okay with not getting that. Surrendering our feelings towards the thing, letting go of them, and letting go of even our outcome in order to create and to lean in and to trust ourselves that we are okay saying whatever the fuck we want to say. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, feel free to support the channel by liking this video and subscribing and all that stuff. Leave a comment about if you have a question about future videos that you'd like me to answer. And if not, leave a comment with your favorite bad joke because regardless, I sort of am into that. So thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.